Absolutely.
All right, well, I got my Godzilla block all ready to go. Let me get this thing going here. Oh. Well, today's build is going to be a 7.3 Godzilla going into a race car. It's only a 675 horsepower race engine going into a Mustang. But I'll tell you about how I go about building these Godzillas for racing and everything else. First, I just got done, when I get a brand new Godzilla block out of the box, the first thing I do is put it in the honing tank, and I hone it the way I want to finish on it. I don't care what finish they got on it, I'm going to put my own finish on it. And it's the same thing with the crankshaft. I take the crank out of the box, brand new crank, I'm going to polish it and put it the way I want it to work. So I'm going to go ahead and clean some of the paint off this. It was custom painted Ford blue. Well, it wasn't custom painted, it was the gentleman wanted Ford blue, so I got my Ford blue paint. And let me clean these cylinders and get that rolling. Put some gloves on. This is not a learning video by any means. I'm not going to tell you everything I do to these, but you can watch how we go about building this. This is going to have a forged piston. It's going to have an I-beam rod, I believe by Molnar rods, forged pistons, custom ground roller. These blocks come with a oilers for the pin oilers. I do my own style with them. I do a lot of my own style with a lot of things when I'm building. It's just the way I do it. You can have people criticizing, what have you. Like I said, this is how I go about it. I'm not here to teach anybody anything, because I'm not about to do that. If you work for me, that's a whole different ballgame. But out here, you can watch, you want to criticize, you want to say you like, it doesn't matter. This is the success I have, and we have great success with these Godzilla engines. Funny, Steve was just telling me before, going back some years ago, we had a customer call and asked us if we could build him a small block Ford, and he was going to build an airplane and use it as a taxi in India. He built it on a roof, and you know, he disappeared. First of all, first time he did it, he was testing it out and the block broke. We had to build him another one. I don't know, he had something wrong with the propeller on it or something have you. He just told me, the guy called, he's been using it as a taxi for 2 years now. And he says they're about ready to do some maintenance on it. And that's pretty cool. I said to Steve, got to get a video of that. You know, we build some crazy shit for people, and they just, you know, you don't hear of them when they got their success. They don't ever tell you about the success. And so most times people only want to tell you about a complaint. And we don't get a lot of them either. But we do. We work with the customer and get it all solved. Most again, it ain't our problem when they have things going wrong. I've been doing this a long time. We know how to build. We know how to build for your success, but the mechanic has got to make it successful. They don't listen to the way we want fuel systems, radiator systems, what have you. They'll battle it until they finally realize we know what the hell we're talking about. And then they get it solved. And then they disappear. And that's just the way it works in this business. It's like the same thing when you build race engines. I used to build the race engines for the circle track cars. I had motors that can run a tenth off the record. They weren't going to tell their people who they are because they don't want the competition. So, like I say, you get a few here and there happy, and that's it. They're not going to let their competition know who's their engine builder, because then they got their competition out there. But here, we are very successful in everything we do. Whether we're building you a small block Ford, Chevy, Godzilla, Chrysler, Hemis, what have you. We got our combinations, and I've been doing this shit a long time. But again, as I build an engine, get it ready for you, I'm going to take the gentleman's name card, and I'm going to take pictures throughout the build for the customer. I got my build sheet. This build sheet contains a lot more than just a build sheet. Itemize every part that's going in the motor, colors, what have you, who it is, what it is. We have a checklist for when we're running it, hot, cold, oil pressure, all types of stuff, all different things. put all your head pins, dowel pins for the tranny, your oil squirters. Stick my oil squirters in the back. Play with them the way I want. And I put these two plugs in. Most people are still trying to figure out what a Godzilla is, and we're building a ton of them. We got that trophy truck running now. And that gentleman says, the builder says, it's a winner. That truck with the right driver will be a winner. That's pretty cool.
Doug, we're all ready.
We're ready to go?
With the dyno, yes.
Alright, let's go fire that motor up.
Nice wood.
Alright, we're gonna go run an LS engine. Alright, I'm back. I'm gonna start assembling my Godzilla engine. I just got done running an LS engine, 427, ran great. This one is running Cleveite rods, and this is running the high series King bearings. We run these also when we have to, and these are fabulous bearings also. So. Alright. Well, I do know that the King thrust bearing doesn't have a notch. It has on the top of it does. But you're always going to have this thing set up on a Cleveite bearing. There's 3 notches on one side and only 2 on the other. On the King, they use on both sides, which is a great thing. My crank has been polished and washed. I'm going to drop this in place. And I'm going to put my lower in. Well, this is my upper, excuse me. Good main studs going in this motor. Get all my main caps on, get the washers and nuts on, force that up. Try not to get any lube on the sides, and then it'll take you away to the thrust clearance. You'll get a false reading. That's what I'm like. Nice, beautiful. Thrust has been set. Now we'll torque them up. seal, electric ring file. Like I said, we do a Godzilla. The cams go in last because we have to degree them and put everything in place. This one is getting a lockout with a certain amount of degrees in it. But of course, we're not going to tell you what that is. That's our trade secret. Ain't too many people outclassing us with Godzilla. That's for damn sure. But we are working hand in hand with the best people in the country with these Godzillas. That's a fact. In fact, we are recommended by quite a few places when it comes to building a Godzilla engine. Into it. All right, engine's all short block has been assembled. Now we'll go ahead and get Steve. Me and him will work on that camshaft, get that in, get it locked out, and then we'll continue on. All right, good morning. We're back on our Godzilla engine here. Yesterday, me and Steve degreed our camshaft in, and on this particular motor, we do a lockout, and we need it at a certain degrees that we want to put on our cam. We did that, so we locked it out to the amount of degrees that we wanted this cam to be lined up in. I got my tensioner on there and everything, and my guide, my chain guide, all locked in. We Loctited our bolt, torqued it all up. Now I'm putting my rear seal housing on, and we're going to continue on with this build on our Godzilla engine. I use a real mellow, an electric gun to put my bolts, but I don't trust them. I still put my hand wrench on them, make sure nothing's too loose. And again, I use a real light weight on that. I don't go crazy. This cover gets held on by silicone only. And also, this is a reverse lip seal. So they don't give you anything when you buy this. So a lot of you guys think you're gonna put the cover on, and you're gonna probably have the seal in reverse. I have something that I put it in the hold it in the position I want, and then I pull it back out. Now it's time to be Christmas and open all my goodies up. So I can get everything I want out. Put my oil paint and the timing cover. This is cool. This particular oil pump in here, where the check valve is, we can take that out and control the spring pressure. We're putting a different spring in. Pretty neat. We have an application on the Godzilla for everyone. Whether it's for your stock truck, race car, what have you. We got you covered. And then I'll get my oil pump taken care of also. In there like that. Now I can get my covered. Now we'll proceed to get the pan out, get our trays all on, get our screen, we'll take a picture now. As I said, as we build engines, we take pictures for the customer so he can have a collage of pictures, and then if it's being dyno tested, we will also make a video of the dyno test. Customer gets to see the quality of parts that we're using, which is exactly what we use. If it ain't quality, I don't want to use it, and that's why we may be a little more expensive than others, because we're building a great motor. We're not just building motors that are going to fall apart. That's it. A lot of pan bolts to this motor also. Some even going from the block to the oil pan. Now we get all our oil pan bolts lined up, tightened up. Get it in the back for the stand on, flip it over. Beautiful. Got our engine stand on. Deck surfaces look gorgeous. Pistons all in place. Forged pistons in this. Again, this one's running a brand new block, brand new crank. It's got main studs in it. It's going to have main studs on the heads. We got Molly pistons, we got Molnar connecting rods, all good pieces. We got the Holly oil pan, oil system, timing cover on. I'm gonna get ready to take some pictures again for the customer. I'm gonna get my lifters all in place. We're getting everything done with this motor, perfect. Let's see what lifter I'm running in this one.